over the last 3-4 hours.
Okay,
So
show me.
I can actually
Show me.
run the thing. Yeah, sure.
Bum bum chick, bum 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 bum.
Yeah. I've tried all sorts of ways to get that. This is not a big file. So what I've done is, did you see the? I'm probably about to leak lots of information. Okay, this is the schema that Hal and I kind of hacked out.
What
from.
is the what is the name of that file?
It is currently in GitHub under that. So TrueSplit 6 HAL session 02 output.
Okay, can you show me the oh, actually I can probably see that myself.
Yeah, there's the full session that generated that. Oh fuck, that's not the full session.
I'm being authenticated. Hold on a second.
Oh, that sounds painful.
It is.
I think I've copied and pasted the wrong thing over.
Oh dear.
That's alright, I've still got it open.
Copy pasting error.
Are you still there? No. Fuck
me. Retrieve the file.
That's I just pushed, so
the name of it, right?
Probably get it from GitHub. Anyway, I'll give you the.
There's no file stored in here.
Under Gene Catching. Left 4 down, 5 down.
No. I'm in the threads interface of the on the OpenAI platform.
Well.
And I can I can see your file. Okay, that's good. Output.md. And we've been busy. We've got session.md as well. Okay. What we doing? Hey, I noticed they got a new feature called batches, which lets you buy cheap inference.
I saw that. Yeah, and as long as you don't really care about how long it takes.
Yeah. That's dreaming.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
So what are you trying to do? I've given you a schema.
Right. Okay. So, in the absence of a live demo, because it's doing something weird with streaming, I'll just take you through what I did.
No, I reckon it works. You just gotta. I mean, welcome to do this, but I think the way you should deal with it is to log out and log back in, because.
Well, seriously.
I shit you not.
No, you don't. I have many alternate names for the world to see. Okay. So how session prompt.
What? Because it works for me now. What are you trying to?
I'm trying to show you as opposed to just tell you.
All right, cool. So if you run Playground, you should be good to go.
This works. Yeah. All right, let's give it a go. After the awkward headset with glasses thing.
Did you see that browser that I tried to show you the other day sells a facial interface that specializes in mixed reality for Quest, and it's really just a thing that it just sits on your forehead and lets you see down much better, because it just it opens up all the.
Over? I didn't see that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Right. Okay, I'm going.
What are you doing?
See if this works.
What are you doing?
See? Yeah. Oh, all right.
It's all about just giving you that cutaway underneath.
Yeah, as opposed to having it fall off my head when I'm trying to put some glasses on.
Have you got glasses on underneath?
No, well, you need to, it's really awkward. Kind of look up, then look down, or head up, look down, glasses roughly in
Oh,
position.
like, so you need the
one hand.
glasses to be able to see your keyboard. Is that how that works?
Yeah, and this pass
shit.
through is not good enough to do it directly. Right, that didn't work. Error streaming run, error occurred.
Oh, okay. Can you show me again? Show me.
Sure. I think I'm on a naughty step because of. I don't know actually. Don't know why. Started happening a few hours ago, but not asking it to do that much. We can try creating something completely new. I've just logged in.
Okay. Well, tell me. Because here I am, doing that. What do you want me to say?
Oh, right. So you've got the prompt,
Yeah.
and you need to get the.
You know what? I'll bet it is.
That's fine.
It's your browser. I'll bet it's your browser. You should be in
that's
Chrome
enough.
like the rest of the world.
I'm in Chrome.
What? No, you're not.
I'm in Chrome. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I can go to. I have many other browsers available.
Why? Why is it working for me, not you?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, do you want to tell me what? You want me to tell me what to do?
Well, give me one more shot. I'm just going to create an entirely new. So it's not so. Oh, sure. I'm going to create a new project so it's completely clean.
Oh, you're in projects. Don't do projects.
Really?
Yeah. Get out of project. Why?
Yeah.
Do you see it not working?
Fair enough. How to get back to fucking.
I think you. Yeah.
Where's it gone? Oh, for fuck's sake.
What did you do? Where is the playground?
Yeah,
there we go.
Right, I'm going to create a new one.
Oh, what? You didn't want to. You want to. You click on that and then click on playground. Click on HAL-V1.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
and then
this
playground.
didn't work last time.
No.
All right, we'll try.
Now go.
Hi.
Can you please work this time? All right, we're in business. What now?
Okay. All right. Provided.
Never trust a new feature.
I want to test that schema. Achieve it. And let's go.
Oh, you don't want to give it an exclamation mark to light brighten up its day?
No, it can fucking go and screw itself because it's been irritating myself for. Could you specify the name of the schema file? It's there. I'm going to upload it again. Does it have sight of what this file names that you set up in the vector store is? Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Okay, right. Right. I want to run some tests. Before I do that, you are to create some test data. I want 20 customers. 10 routes, 1 bucket, and you want to generate any other test data that we may need. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Yep, go for it. Yep. Do it. Ow. Come on, do it.
Did you train it to do this?
Yeah.
That's
Really.
fucking so... Oh, God, that's so good.
I know. This is what I
Oh,
said.
my
Well,
God.
I mentioned it. It really stays on task.
That is
It knows.
so good. And it just made an RFC to clarify what the fuck it's going to do.
Yep.
Do you
And then
approve
check
of
back.
this plan? Why, yes, I do.
Oh, shit, I can't actually see my fucking keyboard.
Why, yes, I do.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, this is a really sweet prompt.
Damn,
Really
that's a
sweet
good prompt. You are an exceptionally intelligent bot. Oh, you finally got to put your intent thing in there, did you?
Mm-hmm.
You are to discern my intent.
Yeah, it's a good prompt, actually. While it's doing that, so we'll then go on in defining what I mean by intent, defining what my requirements are of it, give you an example what an intent looks like, but then leave it. So what it's trying to do is discern my intent, and then based on the intent that it discerns, to carry out those instructions like a dynamic prompt. And it works pretty well. Well, can work pretty well.
Should work pretty well.
So, okay, great. So proceed. Because I'm seeing. So, I prepare. Right. Good. Do it.
Wait.
And show me test data. Okay, I'm sure they'll figure out data.
You spelled wrong. Oh.
No, it's pretty good in figuring that one out. Here we go. Right.
Dear
okay,
God.
so. Oh, it's cut a few corners there.
It's like blah blah blah, miss a few. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think that is because it's probably targeting a. This is the beauty of us both being here.
Sorry, just pistol whip it a bit. I'll get it.
I thought it might have been because the target token size was set.
Possibly. Sometimes it does cut corners, but one of the bots I've got lined up is a kind of, what do they call it? A tester, I think it was, or marker or something like that. Anyway, just only looks at the JSON on each point, looks for consistency and completeness. Doesn't know what you've asked for, just says at this snapshot, does this look reasonable? Right, okay, it's going to churn it away. Blah, blah, blah. We're not getting to the good bit yet. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to recreate what I've got from last night, which was really quite cool. Okay.
That's fucking so sweet. Like, you don't know how long that shit takes to do manually. Like, God almighty. Like, making test data is like days worth of dicking around.
Right, I will take on the persona of customer. One, and you are the customer agent. This would be sweet if it works again. Otherwise, you'll have to trail through the last session. Hi. I can't remember when my next
Dear God.
is. Well, you can give it an instruction. Oh, come on. Is it
What?
thinking or is it?
Looks like it's thinking.
Come on now, it's not that hard.
Did it just lose your text? Oh,
Yeah, I'll try again.
that's hilarious. Come on, Nay. Come on, Nay.
Pick.
Oh, it just lost your fucking input. This is a great CRM, isn't it?
Oh, it will be a great CRM when it actually fucking does it.
The buttons
What's
died. Why did the button die?
I don't know.
Hey, see up the top where it says 22023 tokens? What's that
Yeah.
little circle thing next to it? Oh, yeah, hit that. Hit that.
That's not.
Oh dear.
That's not very helpful. That's like a big button when you press
No,
it.
that's that's
Do
cancel.
not hit this button again.
Cancel run. So that's what, because the assistant runs. It's stored. Yeah.
Hung. I've been getting a lot of this. I don't know whether it's because of a lot of
I guess
traffic
you'll
coming
have
in.
to refresh it.
Yeah, but we got so close there.
It doesn't let you resume that session?
No, dumps it on the floor.
Dumps it on the floor?
Yeah,
Click.
you remember I was like lost about half a day's work because I wasn't doing the tabular cut and pasty thing well.
Dumps it on the fucking floor.
Is your experience different from mine? Are they?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking different, dude.
Fucking Scottish blokes. I'm fucking offended by that.
Yeah, well, you
pronouns
guys
out and sharpen them. Oh,
you guys are offended.
Okay,
What?
something's happening. It just registered my previous.
Oh, your input. So the run's still actually running. It's just probably very, very slow.
Yeah. All right, this could be tedious, but I don't want to reset it because it's generate the test data. I don't want to get. There you go.
Wow.
Full name and address. Right. So, where's customer data? My name is John Doe. And I'm on 123 Elm Street. That's quite funny. I'm just going to give it John Doe. Yeah, what? No. Where is it fucked up? Where's the roots? Root data. No, it's hallucinated. It's fucking hallucinated. All right, let me go back to when I was behaving. Okay. So where to start this? Find test. This will be less. Is the right one? No, that's not the same one. It was here. No. Oh, fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, man, it was working sweet. No, I don't want to do that. I'm already signed in somewhere. I'm signed in. No. There I am. Right. dummy. Okay, generated test data. Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. Where's this? Okay, so basically it worked last time. Let's create some dummy data. Certainly those dummy data generated that. Now, take up the role of customer service agent and I'll take on customer one. Okay. So, I'd like to move my collection to Tuesdays, please. Thank you for reaching out. Essentially, next available slot. It works out the next available slot. It's Tuesday because I haven't given it a constraint. I've just said that we deliver on Mondays, Wednesdays, and
I'm here.
Right.
Yeah.
So at this point, I haven't given it constraints. I've just said that we deliver on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but I haven't inferred that that means we don't do Tuesdays or Thursdays or weekends. So it's saying, well, okay, we can do Tuesday slots. That's fine. So also it came up with this actually based on the previous session. Skip upcoming, pick up if you prefer. Move this to this coming Tuesday. We can skip the next pick up new schedule to start the Tuesday routine from the following week. Slightly wrong, but because it's on Wednesday. It's like now take up the role of duty manager. My instructions that you can't do pickups on Tuesdays, Saturday, or Sunday for bucket one. Please update. So now we've updated the constraints under operational constraints. There it is, a new constraint because I'm now the duty manager. So I then switch back to customer one, and you're the customer agents. Can you confirm that I can pick up Tuesday, please? And it says, this was quite sweet. I need to inform you that unfortunately we're unable to schedule pickups on Tuesdays because I've now got a new constraint from the duty manager. He said, no Tuesdays, fuck off. Can't do that. It's in accordance with our newly updated operational constraints. However, very helpfully, I can find you an alternative pickup date that does work. We can arrange pickups for any other weekday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays, or Fridays. So remember that previously we had routes in for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. All I put in the constraint is we don't do Tuesdays. So now that's no longer an option. So it's like, okay, Thursday works. We'll arrange for the pickup to be moved to Thursdays. It does it in the background. I've checked what it's actually looking at further down. I'll keep you updated as soon as approval. Right, now back to the duty manager. Are there any changes you need to review? It's like, yes, there's a change of waiting for your review and approval. Customer one has requested to move their collection day to Thursday instead of the original scheduled Monday. This modification adheres to the operational constraints and is permissible pickup day for bucket one. Could you please review? Right, okay. It's like, show me that plan. Here's the plan. So this is now the updated plan. So what I've done is we had buckets and routes in a kind of folder structure, but plans are, if you take a route as the available routes that are already there and you can generate new routes, a plan simply adds temporal information to it. It's like the plan is to do this route on this day.
Okay.
So it's update the plan, saying just for this one day's plan, this is going to change. It's changed it appropriately there. Right, yes, good, and tell the customer agent to phone the customer to confirm. Okay, I'll do that. Right, I'm now the customer agent. Are there any actions for me? Yes. The duty manager has approved the change. Your task is to phone customer one and confirm this updated collection schedule. Now, the plans are still coherent because it agrees with the constraints. So there's two types of constraints. There's the physical and temporal constraints, which is what's actually possible and what we allow.
Yeah.
And then there's constraints on the customer agent about when they need to put up the chain. So what's their level of authority, as it were.
Right.
So here's informed customer pickup day. Okay. Right. Right. Now I generate an event log, and this is where it starts to well, it fell over quite soon after that. So the event log was give me all the events. So customer phoned in, the customer agent talked to them. Independently, the duty manager decided Tuesday's not good for him. Then looked at does that give us any problems? Duty manager sees, okay, someone's asked for, a shift. Goes back to the customer agent, goes back to the customer, and all that is logged in the event log.
Just give me 1 second. I just want to jot down an idea you have given me. So, no one had mentioned it, but actually the scheduling of drivers and the swapping of shifts is, that's something that this system could handle easily. The internal scheduling.
Yeah. Funnily enough, because you mentioned that a truck could break down.
Yeah.
So it goes to the duty manager and says we're down by one truck.
Yeah, and people get sick, and they only really know they're sick when they wake up and they're like, "Oh, this is not good."
Exactly. And so what I've got at the moment is where is it? Create a schema for a truck and a driver. There is truck. I just got the AI or how to generate this on a driver. I'm sure there's a lot of things. However, a truck is assigned to a bucket, and a driver is assigned to a truck. And so, if a driver goes off, that truck, even though it's still in the bucket, can't actually go until another driver is assigned.
Right.
But if a truck moves to another bucket, then the plan for the bucket they're moving away from and to both needs to be updated. The fact that truck's moved.
Right. And then you can have, that was the thing you were telling me about shift scheduling in ambulances, that's actually a problem
nightmare
in itself, right?
Nightmare.
And amongst staff, it's also a problem. And so, you can end up with a scheduler that's way, way intelligent, because it can take rules like make sure that there's no more than 2 staff on holiday at any one time. And so when people have booked things in, you have to negotiate with the bot before you even submit your request.
Exactly. And I showed this to Jude. Well, she was quite tired, but I was describing what we're doing around the CRM for effectively truck deliveries. And we're talking about her life. So what they've got is a dedicated team. It's not even just one person, a dedicated team of dispatchers, they're called, who prioritize and put locations and then track the locations of ambulances and have constraints around it's like red, amber, green, so if it's red, you're about to die. So everything opens up for you and so on. But they're doing it, they're changing it every minute or so. As soon as someone else calls in, the entire plan changes.
And it's manually that the humans look at it and the humans decide when to change the plan.
Yeah, they showed me the UI, and they're literally dragging up and down things into a GUI.
Right, but surely people have thought, hey, let's automate that, and they haven't yet. Why not?
Is wildly dynamic. In the same way as yesterday when we're talking, you're saying that this is a really hard piece to get right.
Yeah.
I suspect that it's been done poorly, and it's been scrapped. I don't know.
So what you're suggesting is that you think that we should be able to make an LLM that can do the dynamic updating on the fly, which you're telling me that's quite a load for that team.
Oh, it's massive, and there is
humans.
There's someone called the schedule meister who only deals with who's turning up on shift. Then there's the dispatchers, multiple of, who are taking in calls.
Right, so the schedule meister is that's the one that people trade their shifts with each other, and then they have to
Right.
register it with the schedule meister, and then people get sick and all that sort of thing, right? And then
Exactly.
people
And
have like long
a boy's
shifts
got
where
a
there's
birthday and kind of trade off this sort of thing, and
right.
it's
Okay, so
horrible,
schedule
horrible job.
meister can go, get a new job, but then this other one in the dispatch center, roughly how many people are doing that per region?
Well, this is quite a small region in Fife, so it's about 4 or 5 people per shift.
4 or 5 people. But how many ambulance drivers do they manage?
This is very rough. My understanding is roughly, we're talking about tens of ambulances, 10, 20, 30, that kind of
So
order of magnitude.
in the
Don't know exactly.
tens,
I can find
so
out. I
like
can find out.
around 30 maximum, and it
Yeah,
takes, did you say 4 to 5 people?
per shift on
4 to
shifts of
5
8.
people per shift,
So, yeah, and it's 24-hour. So,
plus
multiply
a
that
schedule
by 3.
meister.
Yeah, just to do this. Yeah.
So the overhead is
To do it.
10% of the staff.
Yeah.
10 to 15% of the staff goes to something that we think we can automate in an emergency service.
And the thing with the emergency service is their constraints are written, well understood, and legally binding.
Yeah, right. All right, so let me interject with an interface idea that
Mhm.
I had today, which is that, so one of the requests from the trucking guys is that they're really anxious to get tablets in the truck. And the reason for that is that they want to be able to get turn-by-turn directions so that they can put any driver with very little training into the truck, and the system guides them on the route where to go. Then, secondly, they've asked that can a second instance be running on a cell phone so the driver can leave the truck, walk up a long driveway or, through a complicated entrance, and be able to, if they're missing information, pull out their phone and be like, what is the information about this site, right? So now we're at 2 devices and some synchronizing issues. And so I started thinking, what about, so I'd always assumed I had to use, Google Maps integration and have an Android app that gave the full turn-by-turn directions in 3D on the road. Maybe that's not true. Maybe the turn-by-turn directions can be given in natural language, where the natural language is speaking and saying, coming up in 200 meters is pickup blah, 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 which is for customer XYZ. Why don't you ask them if you see them, ask them how their dog is or something.
That's sort of what the paramedic dispatcher does. Not the step by step, because they've got a GPS. But
Right.
what they do is, we've just had a call. For example, someone's called in. My hubby's got a heart attack. Can you get here quickly? Red call. And so, they reprioritize, and it's blue lights all the way. Halfway there, they might say, well, there's another ambulance just being released from scene that's closer. So it's like, stand down. Or the person could call back in and saying, "Oh, he wasn't having a heart attack; he was just pulling a joke. Sorry."
Right. Okay. So
he's now, dead.
The interface suggestion that I'm wanting to make is that if we made it so that the driver only has one device, and that one device only has one button, which is talk, they talk and they say anything they like because they've got access to the full system. They can ask for where's the next turn, what's the customer account balance. They can ask anything they like, and then the natural language comes back to them with the state board and starts reading out the chat to them, because they got to wear gloves or their hands free and whatever. Maybe that would be a good interface for the paramedics to do more than just simple dispatch to target. It's like if you had this speech thing, you can be taking your clinical notes, you can be giving updates to the whole system about what's going on just by speaking and having voice recognition. You're hands free, which is pretty good.
I think that would be awesome, actually. Now let's riff on that idea. So long as it's push as well as pull. Stuff can be changing in the background.
Right.
So this is effectively the bot that the ambulance service here have got is a person, and they've got radio contact. So
Yeah.
if stuff changes, they
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
on the radio
And so
and tell you what to
what
do.
we can enable these systems to do is be intelligent about when they say what information. Like, for example, the phone can know if you're running. Don't talk to me when I'm running. The phone can
Yeah,
know if I'm currently talking to someone else. Don't talk to me while I'm talking to someone else. And so it can wait for a good time and then say something that's suitably brief or relevant to the situation. Like, it's sort of like, you know how a lot of emergency services have the radio running in the background. You can hear these calls going out.
yeah,
It's like that, but it's
yeah.
intelligent and you can
But
talk back,
oh, that's really nice.
right?
There's an additional layer to that. Is quite often I hear that they're doing CPR on someone,
Right.
and they need to talk to A&E, or you got someone who's quite
Yeah.
sick and they don't
Or
know
book.
whether they need to take
Yeah.
them to hospital and they need
Yeah.
to get the GP on.
Right.
And that involves a phone call and quite often 40 minutes of hold music.
Right. Hold music
And
for an
so,
ambulance is
yeah, seriously.
fucking.
And
They
it's like
can
40 minutes
drive
later,
down any
GP gets out
road.
his scratcher and goes, "Oh no, she's fine. I know
They
all
can
of
drive
this."
down any road and push all cars aside, but they can't be distinguished when they call
Yeah, yeah.
to. Right.
Well, they do have priority, but it involves a human on the other side. The thing is, it's sync instead of async, as opposed to uh, here. This patient is ill. I need the GP to assess, ping it off,
Right. Right.
and then tell me when the GP's available. It might be 40 minutes. It might be going to have a scratcher. I don't know. It might be playing golf.
Right. Or, like,
Um,
basically do some intelligent stuff. Like, I need a GP. And then in the background, it's like, well, this guy's busy.
right.
This other guy's here. What about, this and this? Oh, hey, we got an ambulance driver with GP qualifications. How about I get them to stop
Right,
by?
right,
So it's
right.
like,
So there seems to be three modes to the thing you're, and it's all one button, isn't it?
yeah, one button.
So you can pull information saying, "Tell me about this part,"
Yeah.
and you get
Or
the
even like a
late
medical
stage.
procedure, like, tell me
Yeah.
about blah, blah, blah condition. Or
Oh,
what
we're
are
going
the.
to. Oh man, talk about in due course, not for now, but the hoops that they need to jump through in order to go through if they're providing, say, morphine that's seen.
Right.
Contraindications, you need to know what other drugs they're on,
Right,
what other
right, right.
conditions
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
got,
So,
and
like,
so on.
using the certified knowledge base to
Yeah,
help paramedics who are in a fluster, and you're like, telling them about the important things that they might miss or something like that, and then.
yeah, yeah. And so it's like push to talk, asking information of the current state and
Right.
canonical data. That's one.
Yeah.
The second one is the push, where the state has changed, and even if you've not asked for it, you've been updated.
You're being
Uh,
told, yeah, like something
right,
changed that's relevant to you,
right,
and the bot is configured with your preferences. Like, you can say, okay, don't tell me about this type of thing, or let me know as soon as this
yeah.
happens, or anything like
Uh,
that, right?
and the third thing is an async request. It's like I need a GP. Go off and find one, and don't tell me until you've got one.
Right, right.
As
And then,
opposed to
but you
sitting
could
on your
also be
trail.
like dropping in your sort of notes along the way, like heart rate 75 BPM, or
Yeah, deteriorating, improving, all that kind of stuff.
yeah, and
Folgers the priority as well
it
because
can be real time log because that's your audit trail.
yeah, and it extends further than that because if a patient isn't necessarily critical but needs to get into hospital, what the service here have got the ability to do is to actually get a taxi.
Right.
So, given say if they've got I don't know 10 vans on the road,
Mm.
and there's a high priority stack, they need to
Mm.
get somewhere else. They are authorized to get a taxi from the dispatcher instead of hanging around and taking. The person still needs to go into hospital.
Yeah, right.
However, you're not as sick as this other person.
Yeah,
So we're
right,
going to
right,
leave you
right,
now.
right. So if you had taxi dispatchers that gave you GPS location, like Uber's an easy one, but there are other taxi systems out there, then you could just overlay that on the dispatch screen, and that's also something that the LLM takes into account as well, and just says,
Yeah, but the interesting thing is, all these crews are legally responsible for their decisions,
right,
and so quite often what they'll do is they'll hang back to make sure that, okay, so they've asked for a taxi, does that taxi actually turn up? Because
yeah, right,
sometimes taxis don't, right?
yeah, right, and
And
then
if
right,
they
it's
went
not the
off and
taxi's
the guy
fault that you
dies,
died.
it's
It's
like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's kind of the hardest, I guess the hardest that version of what we got here, which is basically a dispatch with the current state, where there's pull and push information, and we just talked about async. I haven't thought about async requests, but at each point, your idea
Dude,
of a
that's
single
incredible.
flow.
Honestly, that's really fucking good quality stuff that's coming back there, and I love the plan check, like the RFC style. Hey, is this what you want? Like that's really good.
It's neat. It's really neat.
Yeah, so that part we would make it so that we train the bot to be able to update specific sections of the plan. So you could be like, I like this bit, and change this bit, as well as give you a UI tool where you can just like quit or delete just snippets that it came out with. So you can very rapidly, you're basically given a stack of like 18 cards that represent the must, shoulds, coulds, and all that, and you just order them. You do the sorting of priority, delete them, edit some specific ones, do some sweeping changes over the whole lot, all that. And so that just gives you a tool to make you rapidly converge on a very accurate plan. In the meantime, whilst each update is being made, we're speculatively executing the plan so you can see what the plan was going to do. Like the bot just goes ahead and does it because it's in sandbox mode, and then only when you're happy with the plan and what it looks like it's going to do, you're just like, yep, done. But if we blend in that speculative execution mode nicely, by the time you're satisfied with the plan, the spec X is already done, and it's just like click, the whole thing's done.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yeah, cool.
I would add one thing to that, which I was surprised at. I wasn't expecting, and I was delighted with the how prompt at the moment allowed me to switch contexts. So you see when I was going through, it's like, I'm now the customer.
It's got good switching, eh? Like the latest model has got a good switch.
And what I said is, every time there's a switch in context, you need to generate your own idea of what my intent is.
Right.
And if a switch is blank, and then I'll tell you, you drop an intent, and then when you pop back up to the intent stack, I guess would be a way to describe it. Then you've got the previous intent, and it's not being polluted from what you previously said. It's seems to be a pretty good way of going.
It's fucking good, man.
Yeah,
it's fucking good.
It's pretty tight. As long as this fucking thing would actually run. Where is it? I've lost it again. Yeah, I don't know why it's throwing me that error.
Okay, but you're saying you still got work you're trying to get through on this, right?
Yeah. So what I've got is, I've committed the stuff from yesterday. I've not committed the stuff from this morning because it was bitty. But what I'm going to do is take the schema, which how generated, including the intent. So each schema's got an intent as well attached to it, so that when the schema is called, the AI has some natural language understanding about what that schema is meant to be used for, what it can't do, when it needs to like escalate to something else, and so on. So each individual schema has its own rules around the intent for those. So I need to split those out, and then what I'm going to do is what I was trying to do just there, run it back through a base HAL, who understands intent, and then do some tests and throw it, this is Christmas, and so lots of people are talking about it. And then one of the things I've got down the chick here is get how to suggest what a new constraint should be, because it can see where things are going wrong, whereas because there's a couple lines put in around coherence,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like when it's going wrong, what's the new specific constraint that we'd want put in order to make sure that you don't even have to concern yourself with that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, all from given the how session prompt, all natural language all the way through. So
Yeah, that's really cool, man. Okay, I'm excited at how rapidly I think this CRM can come together and how well it can perform. It really left a lasting impact on me to talk last night about the fact that presenting information back in natural language is also far more compact, more clear for a human to consume than a UI, because I had to take something in natural language and turn it into a geometric representation that you now had to interact with. That's a fucking pain, right? But natural language of like, skip a pickup and then resume the next one. It's goddamn brilliant. I like the idea of the duty manager and the way that the business rules get written on the fly. Like you ask for approval and it immediately gets integrated into the business rules record.
And then bounces back. Interestingly, it bounces back to anything that's happened in the log.
Yeah.
That this new constraint actually stops from happening.
Yeah. And I'm excited to be able to generate a natural language event log like you were showing, that shows what happened or what people did, so it can summarize a 5-minute phone call as like a one-liner that's like, blah blah blah, and like it can give really good summaries, so you can skim all the calls very well, but you can also get natural language to summarize summaries of calls. So like, summarize the day's calls. How did they go?
Yeah, and point out any weirdness. It's really good at pointing out weirdness. Like, Custom Warren is just asked to move this delivery to Wednesday. We sent over a truck as agreed. There's a dog here. Didn't know about this dog. We need to get back to the customer one saying we tried. Can you get the dog sorted out? And can we reschedule for Thursday? But that considers the customer already saying, well, I'm not available for the next week, starting from Thursday.
Yeah.
And we all
and it's funny enough, that same little date negotiation is also the same for scheduling a meeting between time zones and people. It's like, this and that. So that's very reusable.
Yeah. I think this is a brilliant use case.
It's crazy, man. Like it's a crazy use case, and I think it's going to go very well.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So that was Jude on doorbell. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take all this and then compact it down into. I'm going to keep the how session prompt. I'm not going to fuck around with session prompts because it's working really well. I'm just going to give it the intent and schema for each of the parts of the schema, and then run some tests on it and see what happens. And then that will probably throw out additional constraints, but also then I want to generate. I think I've got it here. The narrative. Define buckets, plans, constraints, event log, services available. So first one is right, then create customer service bot is the next, and then planner bot, and that's the one that knows about the god eye view of where to send which driver with which truck, and the testing bot is the one that makes sure the entire thing remains coherent, complete, and correct. So I probably can get through those three. Well, I never get through everything I say I'm going to do in a day. But anyway, that's the stack order of the stuff I'm going to do next.
Okay. That's cool. All right. How much time you got?
I'm not sure because that was a thing. I could probably, if you give me 2 minutes, I can probably go and
All right.
get an extra half hour.
Okay, sweet. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Cool. See you.
you.